Sergeant Hawk. How very nice of you and your jaw to join us.
Give it up, Plastro. You're finished.
Oh, please, you don't really believe that, do you? I have only just begun. I think we'll start the show with some fireworks.
Let her go.
Be careful, Sergeant. It is a trap.
Decision time, Sergeant Hawk. You come after me or save the damsel. I know how soft you are when it comes to watching a woman die.
Of all the things to be right about, why does he have to be right about that?
So, as if this game couldn't get any dumber, we're gonna save a girl who's done enough backstabbing and double dealing to make Starscream wonder why she hasn't been killed already. Why, Sarge? Oh, God! Why are you going to save her? Just go after Plastro. Sure, we don't know much about her, but what we do know suggests that even if Sarge saves her, she'll promptly betray him for little to no reason. She's a one-dimensional villain and makes even Plastro feel respectable. Ugh, I just can't get behind this mission. Sure, technically speaking, it's the best done mission of the game. It's in the unique environment of a pool table. A pool table that the Titans have done extensive construction work on, but still, by most ways of looking at it, it should be my absolute favorite mission of the game. But the fact that we have to go and save her, that just strains most of the enthusiasm right out of me. Even if we hadn't seen the various scenes where she helps Plastro or captures our team, I'd be very dubious of helping her right now. Just what were the writers thinking when they made this game? That La Blue girl would be a good antagonist to stand opposite of Vicky? First off, none of the missions Vicky's been on have made me feel she's one of two protagonists in this game. She's just a character that gets more camera time than the other members of Bravo team and doesn't really contribute to the story of this game. If we cut everything she did out and removed the senseless idea of Plastro deciding to attack absolutely every nation at once, the story might actually feel stronger for it. Don't get me wrong, I like it when games give girls moments to be badass, but this game just tried to do it for the sake of doing it, so it feels like a plot tumor or something. When you've already got Neffy's story go through some contortions in order to make something happen, that's probably a good sign it shouldn't happen in this story. If you cut those 3 missions, then the designers would have had more time to work on all the other missions, make them longer and more entertaining, as opposed to us zipping by them so fast that I think the Sarge could have phoned most of them in. As a side note, we would have had to destroy that generator, but due to some damn good luck, that helicopter we shot down destroyed it for us. Anyway, as bad as the writing is in this game, it still has some charm to it. I can't really say how attractive that charm makes this game, since I played the first Sarge's Heroes dozens of times over the years, and I probably only fully played through this game fewer times than I've got fingers on one of my hands, but still, there's something that drew me in. It could be nostalgia, but it's more likely that it's just so bad it became fun for reasons the game designers never intended. It's not like anything other than that rocket mission was particularly frustrating. Speaking of, really? Really? The enemy accidentally blew up one of their own rockets? Ugh. That is just... Really, I am never going to... It makes me wonder why I should have even bothered charging in there. Already went... That mission had enough flaws as it is. Also makes me wonder why the CEO of 3DO seemed so proud of what his company was making that he wrote a vehement letter to a magazine for giving a bad first review to a worse game than this. I know I already laughed a bit at him, but in rereading that hilariously over-the-top letter, I stumbled onto this gem that I really should have used as the quote from his message. Do not patronize me by telling me the reader is the customer. Your real customer is the one that pays you your revenue, and it is the game industry advertisers. Good God! The guy makes Jack Thompson sound like a rational, level-headed guy, and that's downright frightening. It's actually quite the miracle that the company lasted as long as it did. But what's even more frightening is that this former CEO of 3DO is, while obscure, still a decently important person in the gaming world. The Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences considers him in the same vein as guys like Richard Garriott, as in the guy who made the Ultima series. This guy is a founder of Electronic Arts. Yeah. Considered by many to be an evil empire, especially after what it did to series like Ultima, and his best contribution to the world of gaming has been the Madden football series, which began in 1988. Still not sure why he made 3DO when he was already a major piece of Electronic Arts. And you would think the absolute and undeniable failure of the 3DO gaming system would have humbled the man a good deal. Okay, don't really see the point behind this tunnel. It doesn't lead anywhere and it doesn't have anything in it. Hell, what is this thing we're standing on anyway? Let's see, can I come up with more commentary that doesn't sound like I'm constantly complaining? I kind of feel like I've given this game plenty of lumps, and as fun as it might be to keep piling it on, there are some things I legitimately like about this game, and there were at least a few improvements since the last game. Granted, there were plenty of things they dropped the ball with that were reasonably done well in the previous game, but... Right. Way too easy to bash this game. It's looking more and more likely that there's only one more mission after this one. Actually, why is there a pool table set up in this kind of toy store? I'm sorry, but I don't tend to imagine pool tables in the same store as robot action figures and toy tanks. And again, I don't recall ever entering a store with pool tables for sale and on display. It wouldn't feel out of place in a bar or somebody's house, but this just isn't the sort of environment I expect these things in. Time to blow up a generator. The only question is which explosive to use. So many choices. And a few of them just won't work because there's a ceiling over our heads. Really? I thought it landed short of the target. Ah well, at least this opens up the path forward. Now I only hope I can remember where the path forward is. We'll probably stumble on it accidentally at any rate. Not like this game has a tendency to make large maps. On second thought, probably not in this weird tunnel. Huh, I think this might be the only mission in the game where a minimap would be legitimately useful. Are we supposed to climb this? Nope, can't seem to get a grip on it. Ah, there's the way forward. Okay, I kinda have to ask, why the hell are things so open inside this pool table? Last time I checked, the various pockets were just snug little holes that let around 3 or 4 balls fit. Not tunnel networks that lead from one hole to another. Did the Tans do all this? Bloody hell! Plastro is both a thief and a vandal. He must be stopped. Dear God, the owner of this store really has been screwed over by this war. And as much as I wish we could force the Tans to pay for every bit of damage they've caused the poor bastard, I doubt whatever currency is a standard in the plastic world is the same as this one. Now, we're close enough to La Blue Girl to see her on radar, and based on the number of cutscenes, yeah, definitely only one mission left. For some reason, part of me keeps thinking there's 18, but... Really? No more enemies in this mission. All that's left is just rescue the woman I'd rather leave to die? And it's not often I get to say that. And of course, we arrived just in time to save her. Just how long was that fuse anyway? Oh, what a shock. She betrayed us. What a cunning plot twist. Well, it would have been interesting to see that news before the tail end of the game. You don't just throw something like that in without any hints whatsoever.